We dealt with this past Sunday, yesterday, in the fellowship. We dealt with the last week biblical question: what's the difference between animal nature and human nature? Human nature is animal nature, a nature without self-control, self-contained. It's a very selfish, violent nature. Human nature is, and it only think about itself. There's not one other person on the planet that human nature think about at all. It's all about self. In every aspect of life, parents and children, so-called friends, husband and wife, workers and co-workers, even the human nature that is now descendant to an animal nature don't even care about animals, as the animals don't care about them. It's all more that fake love, emotional love, that's not even love but hate. And it feels like love, what you think love feel like, so you call it love. And it's not. It is separated from God. It lives on instinct and not reality. Like animals, they are created to just do what they do. And likewise, human beings, because evil become their God, they are created to do what they do. And nothing but destruction. There's no love in it at all. That's why when the fathers say, you can't even convince human nature that is wrong. You can't convince human nature that you don't love animals and animals don't love you. In the same way, you can't convince human nature that they don't love anyone and no one loves them, because they're so identified with the feelings, the thoughts and the feelings, they're convinced that what they feel is real. Even though it's up and down, even though it's very destructive, they still hold on to it. That's why you can only see the difference is when you, as an individual, one, decide the decision, because the decision you make affects how you live and who you are and what you are. The decision you make affects that, whether you descend into hell or overcome hell. And that's why the Spirit of Truth, God, the Father, said that He would give you a brand new nature, which is His nature, and not the nature of an animal. The fallen nature, which is of an animal, is not of God. He would give you, He would literally change your nature and give you a brand new nature. Isn't that amazing? But you must start to see and admit to yourself that you're wrong. But human nature is animal nature. You will get a new nature, be renewed in the mind. When you rise above the animal nature. So they're the same. Humans become animals. And if you doubt me, prove me wrong. You can prove me wrong. Look at how human beings treat each other in the same way animals treat each other. They treat each other the same way animals treat each other. God said for us to love one another. Human beings love one another. You don't love them, one another, and you don't even love yourself. In the same way, animals do not love one another. And you train an animal to be a certain way, animals training animals. So it's the same. Human has fallen into an animal nature, and you have no love. You don't care about anyone but yourself. But you can overcome it. It's up to you. You can realize I'm sick of acting and being like an animal. In the same way you don't love your children, you don't love animals, and animals don't love you. All right? So you can overcome that. It's possible. You don't have to be you anymore. You don't have to be you anymore. And if you want to be happy, a lot of people are looking for happiness. I want to be happy. And so you're looking on the outside for happiness. If you want to really be happy, and this I promise you, if you want to be happy, stop being you. Stop being you, and you will be happy. You become happy. But as long as you're you, you're never going to be happy. Amazing, huh? So I have a brand new biblical question. A brand new. This year started out with a bang. A brand new biblical question. A brand new biblical question. What is the greatest display of power? What is the greatest display of power? What is the greatest display of power? For those men and women, these biblical questions are to encourage you to remember to stay present. Because it's difficult, especially when you first start out, or even when you start out and you get caught up in a thought and the feelings are there and you forget to come back to presence. What is the greatest display of power? 888-775-3773. Let me go to first-time caller out of Idaho, Iowa, Willow out of Iowa. Willow, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, Willow.
I'm a first-time caller, so I just needed advice on mostly my adopted mom.
Okay.
It has been very stressful with her. I got put into adoption when I was 5. And they immediately put me into therapy for my trauma and everything that happened. But then they started being really controlling. I mean, especially my adopted mom, really controlling. She put this is going to sound really weird, but she put a camera in my room at 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
Okay.
I was able to get out. But she had it in there up until I moved out.
And you didn't know it?
Oh, I knew it was in there. She had it recording at all times.
Well, why did she do that?
She wanted me to be safe. I couldn't understand some of her reasoning, because stuff had happened in my past with my bio dad, and that's why he's in prison. And so she wanted me to be safe and everything, but it just got out of control.
And did you have a adopted father as well?
Yes.
And did you tell him about the camera being in there and what this lady was doing to you?
He actually knew everything that was going on, and he wouldn't say anything. Like, he wouldn't stand up to her almost.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, he hardly really stood up to her at all. He always wanted to make her happy.
What a
So
beta.
we were, yeah.
What a beta. And so are you saying you're out of there now? You don't live with them anymore?
I do not.
Oh, good. And are you on your own or what?
No, I live with my boyfriend.
And how's that going?
It's good. They do not approve of him at all.
Your adopted parents don't approve of your boyfriend?
No.
Oh, okay. And why not?
Okay. So it's really how we met and how old he is.
How old is he?
33.
And you're 18?
Yeah.
And he's 33?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your question, I'll come back to that, but your question about your adopted parents is what? Especially your mother, is what?
Yes. So recently, she's been all over the place. She always wants my location. She wants to call me every second of the day. I had my first miscarriage a while back, and I thought she would be supportive of me going through all that. And what she told me was, good, you're not ready to be a mother.
Okay.
And that really struck me hard, because it's something that I've always wanted. She'd always told me that I was going to be a good mother and all this. And then when it came down to it, that all happened. And she goes, you're not ready. You need to get with someone your age. And it just never works out. And then before I was able to move out, she got the law involved with me. She sent me to a residential, and I was there for about 7 months. And it was hard to kind of manage all those emotions going on there.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, I knew immediately I wanted to get out.
Yeah.
And so I moved out and everything, and then I met my now boyfriend. And we're good and all. But she will bring God, my little sister, we're both adopted and everything. She was texting me on mom's phone and everything, saying how I'm not going to get any inheritance and all this. I'm like, I don't care about that. I just want mom's approval. That's all I've ever wanted.
And where's your little sister? Your sister, is she your real sister or adopted sister?
Adopted.
Oh, okay. And when you told her that, all you wanted is your mother approval, what did she say?
She goes, well, they always bring up the past mistakes that I have made. And she goes, well, you would have had if you didn't like move out whenever you were, because I moved out when I was 17, like a day before I turned 18, I moved out.
Right.
And they brought that back up again. We're like, you didn't even stay till you're 18. I was like, well, you didn't. Like, they could have made me stay until I was 18. They could have like made me stay that one day.
Yeah.
And they just keep bringing that up. And then they haven't even wanted to even meet my boyfriend at all.
So they have never met him?
Nope, they haven't even wanted to. They are just now trying to. But it's all over the place.
And how are things with you and your boyfriend?
What?
How are things with you and your boyfriend?
They're really good. Everything between us is good.
Oh, okay. And so your question for me is what?
How do I deal with really my mom being this controlling and wanting to be in every aspect of my life and everything?
Now that you're 18, legally, does she have any control of you at all?
No.
Okay. Here's what I recommend, all right? And if you do it, if you stay with it, it will work for you. I want to encourage you to forgive your mother, your stepmother, your stepfather, and your father. Forgiveness means stop being angry. Don't be angry at them at all. They could not help themselves, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They were blind. They were doing the best they could do. Even though it wasn't the right thing, that's all they had. They had nothing else to give you. They don't have love or anything. So forgive them. Don't hold it against them. Don't judge them, meaning don't be angry at them. And then if you are free, you're an adult now, you're on your own doing your thing, I want to encourage you to block her from your phone. You don't need to be talking to her anymore. Just don't resent her. And I want to encourage you to never, ever, ever, as long as you live on this earth, look for another person's approval. You don't need this lady or anyone to approve you. God approve you. No human being, you don't need approval from another human being at all.
Thank you.
So don't try to get her approval, because as long as you try to do it, she's going to hold it against you, away from you, in order to control you. So stop doing that.
Okay.
Can you hold for me?
Yes.
Let me take a break. Hold on. I want to go quickly back to Willow out of Iowa. Let's see here. Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want your adopted mother's approval? Why do you want it at all?
Well, since my bio mom, I didn't really even get a chance to know her because she died when I was 2. So I'm kind of wanting that like figure almost, like just to approve of me.
I understand that. That makes sense. As kid, you do want that. But now you're an adult. She's not going to approve of you. She doesn't have love. She can't help it. So drop the anger, and your approval will come from God. He approves of you, but you got to drop the anger so you can be one with Him while you're living, and you will see that you don't need anyone else's approval but the approval of God, and He already approves of you.
Mm-hmm.
So stop. I understand as a kid you wanted that, but she doesn't have it to give. And the more you try to get it from her, she's going to control you and drive you insane. And so stop wanting it. And now that you're 18, You're out on your own. It's time to start growing up and developing or growing into your own life. Okay.
Yes.
You don't need her now.
I really just have a hard time saying no to her
Well, now start
because,
this
yeah.
because what?
Well, because of their approval, and anytime back home I would say no, there would be a huge fight and argument and a lot of yelling and screaming. And so just to really not deal with any of that, I would just do whatever she wanted.
Well, you stop that because you'll find yourself being that way with other people too. Forgive her. She couldn't help herself, so don't be angry at her. She couldn't help it, and you stop seeking approval from anyone because if you do, people take advantage of you. You don't need anyone's approval. You just need to drop the anger and don't live in your thoughts. They're all lies. And speak up, but don't be angry, and you'll be fine. I promise.
Okay.
But you got to block her from your phone.
Mhm.
Are you able to do that?
I'm not going to quite do that quite yet.
And why not?
I have a couple family members, one in particular that is going through a really bad time. She has stage 4 brain cancer. And so I don't really talk to them very much, but I get updates about them through mom right now.
But why do you need that?
I just want to make sure everything's okay with her, really.
How
Because
are you
she
gonna
doesn't have
make
very long.
how are you gonna make sure everything is okay with her?
I mean, I have her husband's number. Well, no, I have her Snap, but I don't have Snap anymore. So, I mean, I could ask her for their number, but then she'd tell me, I know exactly what she did. She'd say, don't bother them. They don't need to be bothered right now.
So why don't you move on with your life? There's nothing you can do about this lady with cancer. There's nothing you can do about it. Just wish her well in your heart. And then if she should aspire, they'll let you know when she aspire. There's nothing you can do about it. But and all that your step adopted mother is not going to give it to you because she want to have totally control over you. She doesn't want you to be free at all. So you're asking the devil for help, and the devil's not going to give you help. Why don't you get your snap back so you can call her this lady's husband?
Okay.
You got to take control of your life now. You can't be controlled by this woman because as long as you do that, you're not going to be free.
Mhm.
Can't you get your snap back?
Yeah, I only really got rid of it because me and my boyfriend had talked it over, and I was doing things on Snap that I wasn't supposed to be doing.
Oh, okay.
That was related back to my past trauma.
Well, don't get the snap back. Forget the snap. But just wish this lady that has cancer, she's related to you?
Yeah, she's my aunt.
Your blood aunt?
Yeah, no, she's on my adopted side family.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, just wish her well in your heart and let God's will be done for her. There's nothing you can do about it.
Mhm.
You gotta move on with your life now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any disagreement with any of that? Any question about it?
No questions.
You're gonna have to drop. You're gonna have to block this lady from your phone.
Mhm.
Are you gonna be able to do that?
Yes.
And then, but again, don't be whatever has happened. That was then. It's not happening now. It's up in the mind. So uh, don't be pulled into the past. And whatever your father, you said your father did something to you, whatever he did, forgive him too. It wasn't him, it was the evil that made a home in him too. So don't hold that against him either. Forgive your father too.
I mean, I've tried to forgive him, but then he says that he's never done what he did to me and what he made me do to my brothers.
How do you know he did it to you? You were so young. How do you know he did it?
I have vivid memories of everything that happened.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've seen pictures of what happened.
Okay. Well, forgive him so that you could be free. When you meaning that, realize it wasn't him. It was wrong. It was evil if he did that, but it wasn't him. It was evil working through him. In the same way that evil is working through your adopted mother, your adopted stepfather who could not stand up to you, according to you, to his wife, the same evil that will work through you if you be angry and forgiven, and it will destroy you. So forgive your father. Yes, it was wrong, but he could not help himself. So God can forgive you, and his love will free you up, and you will have an amazing life. But you literally cannot resent anyone if you want to be free. You must forgive. That doesn't mean you got to go hang out with your father. You don't have to go visit. You don't have to send him a card. But you must forgive so you can be free.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't help himself. Something else made him do that. Something happened to him along the way, and he did not drop his anger, and he ended up becoming like what he hates. All people become like what they hate. Whomever they're angry at, they become like that too. So you can't be angry if you want to be free.
Yeah, I understand.
So you got to forgive your father too. You just realize he couldn't help himself.
Okay.
What,
Thank you.
what do you think about that? Forgiving your father.
That's going to take some time.
And why?
Because of how badly. I'm sorry. Because of how badly he has caused so much in my life. I mean, I'm still going to therapy for what he did to me.
But if you forgive him, meaning that don't hate him for it, and know that yes, it was wrong, but don't hate him, you won't need therapies anymore. You'll be free. And no therapy going to help you if you don't forgive. You got to forgive because your body is healed, but your spirit is not. The real you is not healed because you haven't forgiven. And when you truly forgive by realizing, yes, that was awful. Yes, it was evil. Yes, it was wrong. But he couldn't help himself. Something happened to your father that made him become that way, and he couldn't help it. And if you forgive him, your spirit will heal. You will forget it, and your spirit will heal, and you'll be free.
Okay.
But you gotta forgive.
I will.
And because most human beings do not admit that they are wrong, don't expect other people to admit that they're wrong. You know that it was wrong, that it was evil, but you got to also know they couldn't help themselves. They're controlled by evil too. Something happened that caused them to be evil, and that evil was driving them and made them do things that they didn't want to do. It wasn't them.
Yeah.
And so you got to forgive. And sooner you forgive your father, God will forgive you for being mad at him, and God will set you free from within, and you will have perfect peace in your mind, your spirit, your body, and everything. You No matter what happens in life, you will never be affected again.
Okay. I think I can do that.
Yeah. Forgive so you can be free. It's time for you to have a good life now. And you don't want to go from one bad situation to another one to another, thinking that you're getting into good situations because you're blinded by your anger. But if you don't have anger, you're going to go from one good situation to another good situation, to another one, and another one, and another one. You will have paradise on earth. But you got to drop the anger. I promise you, forgive your father, forgive anyone who have offended you, and you will have perfect peace. You'll be fine. It'll be as though nothing ever happened to you your whole life. Because
Okay.
the memory would disappear and you won't because you're only judging them based on the memories of it. When you have thoughts about it, you react. But the thoughts would disappear, there would be nothing to react to. Forgive your father.
I will. Thank you.
You understand that clearly?
Yes.
And what do you understand about it?
That if I forgive him, like a lot of the things will disappear.
Yeah.
All the hatred that I have towards him, which is a lot right now. Like that'll all kind of go away, and I'll be able to live a happier life.
100%. I promise you that. If you forgive, I promise you, you will have an amazing life.
Okay.
I promise you that, Willow. You will have an amazing life. Never hate anyone for any reason. Speak up. And that doesn't mean you got to hang out with people and you got to kiss up at them. You don't need their friendships or anything. But you got to drop the anger so you can be free. Otherwise, that anger is going to make you make bad decisions and do things that's going to hurt you because you're going to be blinded by the anger. But forgive and you will be able to see, and everything you do will work out for you. You'll be fine.
I understand.
And one last thing, I want you to do the silent prayer. Do you know about the silent prayer yet?
Yes.
Have you started doing it?
Yes.
And any question about it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Are you doing it every morning and night?
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay with that. And then during the day, if you get caught up in your head thinking about the past or the future, come back to your body, be aware of your body, let those thoughts pass because it's evil that is reminding you of the past. So it can make you think that it's still happening now, and it's not. And it want you to be angry. So stay away from thoughts about those things or anything. Stay present, and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
And I want you to call me, and I want to keep up with you and do what I can to help you. But you got to just forgive, stay with the prayer, and you're going to be fine, I promise.
Okay. Thank you.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Are you going to block this lady from your phone?
Yes.
Are you going to do it today?
Yeah.
Good. Because based on everything you said, she's going to keep you in your misery and she will never set you free because she loved the control that she has over you.
Yeah.
And you don't owe her anything. Have you grateful that she adopted you, but you don't owe her anything because you didn't tell her to adopt you. That doesn't mean that you now feel guilty because you owe her something. You don't owe her anything. Just don't resent her.
I won't.
Let me know how it goes.
I will.
Any other questions or anything?
No.
All right. Was this helpful for you?
Yes, it was very helpful.
In what way was it helpful?
Um. So just knowing that I need to really forgive everything that happened to me.
Yeah.
And realize that it's not my fault, because I always have blamed myself for everything that's happened. And realizing that I need to forgive helps.
Yes. And it wasn't your fault at all. It's never your fault what someone else does. It's their fault. It has nothing to do with you. And it's never their fault what you do. Whatever you do is your fault if you give in to evil.
Yes.
Amazing. So let me know how it goes. Keep in touch, all right?
I will.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. God bless you. You stay working on you. Drop
I will.
the
God bless you.
drop that anger and all that therapy you won't need anymore once you drop the anger.
Yes.
All right?
Mhm.
Like you don't want to spend a lifetime in therapy. What the?
No. I mean, I've already been in therapy since I was 5. I think I'm done with therapy.
Right on. The therapist needs therapist herself.
Yes.
What a mess. Right now, you know more than the therapist. So you just stay present. Don't live in your head. Think about the past or the future. God is in the present. He's not in the past. He's not in the future. You stay with the truth. And I promise you, Willow, you're going to have an amazing life. Speak up, but don't be angry.
Got it.
All right. It's good meeting you. Call me again.
I will.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Amazing. You got to drop the anger. What happened then is happened then. It's not happening now. Stay present. Satan wants you in the past or the future because he knows if you ever stay present, he's going to have to flee from you. He can't handle the light. Haley is out of Massachusetts. Haley, you are on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning, Haley.
So I've heard a little bit of your story about how you reconnected with your father.
Yes.
And I would imagine it's like a positive thing.
It was amazing.
Right. So my question is, like, how do you know if that relationship is worth pursuing?
Meaning, what do you mean by worth pursuing?
I mean, I guess it is. I don't know if it's wise to, I guess, at least in my perspective.
Why do you think it might not be wise?
My dad can be quite immature, and so like when I try to have a normal relationship, he kind of takes it in a direction that I don't think is really doing anything for either of us.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
And did you grow up with him?
He left when I was in elementary school.
Oh, and why did he leave?
He found another woman.
And so how do you feel about him?
I forgave him. We had like we never argued before, but we argued this one time, and I found you shortly after, and then I forgave both of my parents after that. So I don't feel anything negative about him.
So then why do you want to pursue a relationship then?
I just suppose, so this was recently forgiving him, and we used to speak quite a lot, and I can feel him having resentment towards me, and I don't quite know what to do with it, or like I said, it seemed like it was such a good thing for you, and I don't know if it was like worth trying to get past whatever it is.
Oh, I see. And how do you know when you ask him about why you feel that he resent you, and why do you resent me? What does he say?
So the last argument, well, the only argument, it was to quickly sum it up. I was in and out of the hospital like half the year last year, and I sent him a birthday gift because we don't live close. And he basically provoked me because I didn't call him on his birthday, and he was guilt tripping me about it. He admitted to me he was doing that, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he has these expectations, and like I said, he left when I was quite young, so I hadn't forgiven him yet when we had this argument, but I felt it was really hypocritical because he wasn't showing up for my birthday, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
And so I highly recommend that you forgive him, and it sounds like you are working on that. And then when you forgive him, if you want to call him and say hi, do it. But if you don't do it. Do not do anything out of guilt at any reason for anyone. You're not guilty of anything once you forgive. You're only guilty of unforgiveness when you don't forgive. But once you forgive, you're no longer guilty. And so you don't need to try to pursue a relationship with him or anyone. Let life happen naturally. With my father, I never resented my father. I always yearned for my father, as all people do. And my father always wanted to be with me. It never was a rejection from him at all. So when I finally started to see him, it just worked out perfectly because he loved me and I loved my father. And I knew that my mother was trying to keep me away from him for whatever reason. And so I've never had any resentment toward my father at all. So because I didn't resent him, I wasn't expecting anything from him either.
I guess I just don't know how to treat our relationship. Like, I don't know, like I've heard you say to some people to not talk to their parents anymore. And so I don't really know what's the right thing to do there.
That's
Because
what
I mean, we do have good conversations sometimes, but like I said, he always he'll start gossiping or like just he also drinks. He gets very angry, and I don't really know that's. I don't mind it. Before that argument, I've always just kind of not engaged with that.
yeah.
So I have no problem not doing that. But yeah, I don't quite know what's the right avenue to take with him. Like,
I understand. Hold on for me. Let me take a quick break, all right?
okay.
Hold on. Let me go quickly back to Haley out of Massachusetts. And as far as relationship, Haley, I want to tell you this about don't try to develop a relationship with your father or anyone. Let it happen naturally. Either it happen naturally or it doesn't happen at all. Life is was created to happen naturally through us. We're not supposed to try to make anything work. So get that out of your mind that whether you should create a relationship with your father or not, just don't resent him and don't feel obligated because you're not obligated at all. You didn't tell them to make a baby, so you owe them nothing except to honor them by not resenting them. Haley?
I can do that.
Yeah, just don't resent him. And if you talk to him, fine. If you don't, fine. But don't try to develop a relationship with anyone. Your relationship should be with God, with the truth first, and then all things will happen naturally. Just don't resent him. And when you don't resent him, you have love for him. But if you resent him, you have hate for him, and that's gonna affect you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you went and forgave your mother?
I did. I forgave both of them.
What did she say when you went to her?
She got mad. She got a little mad, but I just kind of kept steering the conversation where it should be, and then I left the conversation when I felt like it was done.
Right on. The same thing with your father. Forgive. And you went to your father. What did your father say when you forgave him?
I feel like he took it better, but he also got a bit mad. Like both of them actually were like, "What do you resent me for? What did I do?"
What a mess! Well, realize that you're not responsible for their salvation. That's on them. Leave them in their hell. Don't resent them in their hell. They can't help themselves. And you move on with your life.
Yeah, I really do. Like after I learned from you, like while I was in the hospital, I don't know why I felt like he kind of trained me to always answer his phone calls and stuff like that, where he'd get quite angry at me. So while I was sick, I'd have to speak with him on the phone for hours. And finally, when I stopped talking to him, I got better.
Yep.
But so I forgave him, and he will, text me or call me and say, "Well, why haven't you contacted me?" and stuff like that. I'm just like, there's no reason. But he I don't know, he just kind of gets quite emotional.
I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. That's his problem, not yours.
Right.
Those are his problems. Never try to satisfy anyone's emotion. So just because he get emotion, that doesn't mean you owe him a phone call or anything. Those are issues that are inside of him, and you cannot solve the issues inside of anyone, not even yourself. That's why you have to surrender and let the spirit of truth resolve the issues inside of you.
Right.
So just because he get mad and yell and scream and kick and carry on, those are the things inside of him. In your heart, just wish him well and let it be mad in his own hell. It has nothing to do with you. Don't feel guilty and feel like you got to call and carry on a stupid conversation for hours about nothing.
Wow. So simple.
Yeah, it's very simple. God's ways are simple. His burdens are light. That's why he said, "Come to me and cast all your burdens on me. My way is easy." He will make your way easy to the point. I can't even express to you, Haley, how easy life will become to you, for you, will happen through you if you give up and let go and don't try to please the world at all.
Yeah, I guess I just was, because hearing your story again, I thought maybe there's something I need to do there, but I see now that
No,
I don't.
not at all. Zero. My story with my father was different in that I've always, even as a kid, my grandmother told me who my dad was. And my father had been
Mm.
coming to see me and didn't let my mother know. And so I've always known who he was. It's just that as a kid, I would have to sneak around and visit with him and not let my mother and others know. But as an adult, I didn't care what they thought, so I just lived my own life. So my father and I got along very well the whole time. And my father was a beta too. He was weak, but I didn't resent him for it.
Right.
And so you don't owe your dad anything but not to resent him.
Understood.
And even that is for you and not even for him.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Is that clear to you now?
Yeah, I see it clearly now.
And how do you see it now?
I think I'm just gonna not think about it, and if it comes my way, I'm just gonna still be not engage, I guess, with his emotions.
Yep. Oh, and when the thoughts come about it, don't engage the thoughts either. Let them pass. Don't call them you. Don't respond to them at all. Don't argue with the thoughts. Just be aware of because all thoughts are all lies all the time. And again, you're not responsible for your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your boyfriend or husband or whatever. You're not responsible for somebody else's emotions. They are responsible for them.
Right.
And so you move on. And if you want to call him, call him. If you don't, don't. And if he asks, well, why did you call me? I called you. I didn't have anything to say. That's why I didn't call you. Because he's going to be talking about nothing anyway. Why waste your time having nothing conversations?
Oh, man. You're not lying.
People that have nothing to say love talking.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Yep.
So you could be honest.
I'd just be sitting here for like 3 hours, and he's just complaining to me about people, and he lives with his dad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's so bad.
What a beta. So you don't have to listen to that. And you can say, you know what? I'm hanging up. I don't want to listen to your problems. I can't do anything about your problem. Bye. Speak up whenever and if you talk to him. But you're not obligated to let someone else throw their problems on you. It's because they get a thrill from that. And your father is getting a thrill from having someone to complain with. And if you love him, you wouldn't put up with that.
But it's enabling.
Yeah. And victims love hearing other victims' problem because they know you listen to another complainer about his or her problems because you think that, well, I'm going to be the next victim, so I need somebody to listen to my problems. It's all about that. But you don't need that because you're not a victim. You have no problems. You need to freely live your life and don't be listening to all that mess from other people. It's boring.
Oh, it is.
Don't
it's
let
like the same things over and over. They say the same.
They spend a whole lifetime complaining and then they die. But don't let that interfere with your life.
Right.
Are you white or black?
What do you think?
You sound white, but you may be an educated black.
I am multi-race, we'll say. I'm 25% black.
Really? So you black, white, Mexican, Asian, Japanese, Chinese?
I'm Portuguese. The black comes from Cape Verdean on my mom's side.
So your mother's black?
White. Oh, so we're very light. She is black though. She's half black, but we are white. Like no one would look at me and say I'm black.
So your mother she light, but she is black.
Yeah, she's half black, and it's funny. We used to live underneath my grandmother, and she was black. So I grew up with both of them majority.
Oh, Lord.
And it was crazy. It was bad. It was so bad. They would fight all the time.
Yeah.
I would just be in my room.
And your father is white?
Yeah, fully white.
So
he's German and Portuguese.
Tell your father it's just time to stop being weak. He needs.
I don't get it. I really don't. His father fought in the war, got like a Purple Heart. His father before that was in the war. I assume they were very conservative, but I guess they moved.
His mother screwed him up.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with him. He has his mother nature. He needs to forgive his mother, but there's nothing you can do about that. So I got to run, but are you doing the silent prayer?
I am, actually.
Every morning, every night?
Yes.
You stay with that and practice staying present rather than living in your head, and the truth will make you free. I promise.
Thank you so much.
Let me know how it goes. You stay with it.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, but don't feel obligated to your father at all, and don't listen to his crap.
I will. I definitely will not. I never will think about this again.
Right on. That's right. Amazing. All right. Take care now.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye. You want to stop thinking. A mind is a terrible thing to save. A terrible thing to save. For an example, you can throw a party, a birthday party, and for your daughter, and you invite all these people, and they say, yeah, we'll be there. We're coming. We'll be there. And they don't show up. Then you cry. But if you were not into your thoughts about it, they don't show up fine. Nobody showed up. But no, if you're in your imagination about it, either sad or glad, you're going to cry about it. As this mother did according to X. According to X, mother break down in tears after hosting her daughter's birthday party. She invited family and friends who all said they'll come, but none showed up. Watch this from X.
Everybody, because I bought out a whole venue for nothing. Chop, all y'all. Oh, my mama. Nobody. I don't have friends. I don't have friends. I'm so cool. I'm so cool, bro.
You telling Michael, I know these people.
No, they're not. They did this to me, and I wouldn't have did this to people. Wouldn't have said they wanted to come. People always say that they want to come, and I plan, and no one comes. That's not right. If you're not going to come, don't say you're coming. Y'all chopped. Y'all is chopped, bruh. Can't nobody ask me for nothing, because I come to everybody's events. I come to everybody's stuff. I come, bro. I spend so much money on food, so much money on snacks, so much money on treats, but that's cool. Y'all chopped.
And then she cried. It's a party for that little girl that she's holding. Well, she thought a major party for a kid, and the kid doesn't even know, nor does the kid care. If she just had a little birthday thing at home with she and the baby would be the same as having it was for her. No one showed up, according to her. What the? And she thought her family and friends loved her. And the party looked like it's for her, all pink, expensive party. That's for her ego. That's not even for the child. And the people didn't show up, according to her, and she cried. Why she put that on the internet anyway? What the? Nobody loved nobody. We need love in this world. But you can't love until you overcome hate. You can't love until you overcome hate. Love is not a feeling. Love is not a feeling. Love is not a feeling. And God is a dispassionate God. Satan is a passionate God. Satan cries. When she's crying, she's lying. And when you hear people say, oh, I'm so passionate. I'm passionate. What they're telling you, they love evil. They're so evil. They're telling you, I'm so evil, they say. But they call it passion. Amazing, huh? You must be born again of the heart. Salvation is of the heart. You need a brand new heart. Another example of evil is from Grot. A female by the name of Teyana Taylor won Best Supporting Actress at the 2026 Golden Globe for her role in the Paul Thompson Anderson music comedy. Isn't that amazing? Well, you know what she did? She went up and received the award and displayed nothing but hate. She displayed hate. That's what I'm telling you. No love. She had no love in her acceptance speech, but all hate. Here's what she said about her brown sisters and brown little girls at an award show. This is why white people don't want y'all there, black. You bring in your mess. Watch this from Ed.
To my brown sisters and little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. Thank you so much, everybody. To my brown sisters and little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. Thank you so much, everybody.
Black excellent, huh? They bring that mess everywhere they go. They bring evil. They bring hell. And the people applaud in hell. It will ask of Christ, how can I enter the kingdom of heaven? And Christ said, and I repeat, follow, keep my commandments. Love me and love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemy. There's no love in that so-called acceptance speech. That was all hate. Christ said, and I repeat, if you treat the least of them the way you treat them, you're treating me the same way. You're treating me the same way. You have no love. Because Christ knew we were all sons and daughters of God. We're all the same. It's just that you don't know it because you're divided. You live in your imagination. You live in the past, you live in the future, and you cry. And you think that you're special. All ego, all vanity, all vain. Nothing but vain, vanity. What a mess, huh? If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Nothing but hatred. That talk about the brown sisters, and you belong in this space, in this room, whatever she said. It's pure evil. And that's why white people don't want that mess. White people want a first-class life. That's not first class. That's evil. Some of you know that Scott Adams expired. May his soul rest in peace. And the one thing that I respect Scott for is that he wasn't afraid to speak up. Even at the risk of losing everything, he loved Black Americans and all people enough to tell them the truth. And that's rare in the white community nowadays. With white people, not white community, that's a liberal word. That's a socialist word. But with white people, it's rare to see them loving Black people enough to be honest with them, knowing that some of them, most of them, not all, but most of them are getting angry. Scott Adams loved them enough to tell the truth. New York Times reported Scott Adams, who experienced, whose experience as a bank and phone company middle manager gave him the material to create the comic strip Dibbert, a daily satire of corporate life that became a sensation but was dropped by more than 1,000 newspapers after he made what they call a racist. They call it a racist. It's not racist. No such thing as racist. But they say a racist comment on his podcast in 2023, died on Tuesday at home in Pleasanton, California. That's in the Bay Area. He was 68 when he expired. May his soul rest in peace. Here's that. Watch this on CTV News.
With comedic cynicism, it was a depiction of office culture that resonated with readers across the globe.
Luckily, everyone seems to be developing an immunity to the toxic environment.
At its height, Dilbert, the comic strip, created by Scott Adams, had its own TV series. In print, the mouthless, bespeckled character appeared in 2,000 newspapers worldwide in at least 70 countries and 25 languages.
I spent 16 years in cubicles, first at a big bank and then at the phone company for 8 years. I became more cynical, if that was even possible.
Decades of Dilbert also gave way to multiple books, though the laughs came to an abrupt halt in 2023.
I got a call from my syndication company, and they said, we can't do business with you. We're done.
Adams was dropped by some of the world's largest newspapers following a racist remark he made on his YouTube show where he referenced a poll that asked people if they agree that it's okay to be white. a phrase used by white supremacists.
Isn't that
At the
amazing?
time, Adams insisted his comments were taken out of context, though he made no apology.
So Dilbert is now fully canceled.
Last year, Adams revealed he had prostate cancer that had spread to his bones.
So we'll see how far we get, okay?
Just last week, Adams appeared on his live stream for what would be his final public appearance.
This is going to be a tough week.
Early Tuesday, his ex-wife appeared on Adams' live stream to share the news of his passing,
But he's not with us right anymore.
delivering one final written message left behind by Adams himself.
I had an amazing life. I gave it everything I had.
Scott Adams was 68 years old.
Amazing, huh? Here's the February 2023 clip of Scott Adams advising white people to avoid black communities. Watch this from X.
So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the away. Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed.
That's deep. That's the truth. And that's love. And they took his things away from him because he told the truth. But it didn't stop him. May his soul rest in peace. I really gotta miss you. Everything about you, your smiling face. I really gotta miss you, my friend. There's a higher power that cares for you. And now he's calling your name. Really gonna miss you. Everything about you, your smiling face. May his soul rest in peace. There's a higher power that we answer to, and he's calling your name. Amazing. We're going to miss you, my friend. As Ovid said, right? Said, endure and persist. This pain will turn to good by and by. Endure and persist. This pain will turn to good by and by. You got to endure. You got to overcome the world. If you love the world, you hate God. If you love your things, if you love people, places, and things first, then you hate God. You got to endure. If you love the ego, you hate God and you love evil. There's a higher power that cares for you. And now he calling your name. Really gotta miss you. Amazing! May his soul rest in peace. Wednesdays, the first and the second hour for those who tune in for the first time, is Black Excellence because we love the blacks, right? So as we love all people, and the truth want to help everyone that want the help. It doesn't want to interfere if you don't want it. But for those who want it, it doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter male or female. If you open up and allow it to come in and take over, it will. It really will. And the love that it brings is mind-blowing. There are no words and no situation to compare real love to. You don't know what that is yet. So, and the reason we have Black Excellence because we want to remind the blacks that at one time in America, black people were normal, for the most part, normal. They were independent thinkers. They did not have leaders telling them what to do and not to do. They did not have leaders blaming others so that they could be in leadership, so-called leadership role for their personal gain. So they were not running around telling black people, white people are your problem, slavery is your problem, racism is your problem. They were not doing that at all. And as a result, you saw little or no crime in the black family, in the black areas where blacks dwell. And they dressed and acted like real people. They were not wild and angry and totally out of control. They were not DEI, affirmative action, begging and complaining people. They did the best they could, the father and the mother, to raise their children. They had a different standard for themselves than they do now. That's gone now. And it's gone because the blacks have given up independent thinking. They now think, and not all, but most, as a group. And you know, group thinking is evil. There's nothing good about group thinking. Group thinking is for the weak, for the man or the woman who are unwilling to stand alone. That was not like that in the good old days. Not only in Alabama, it wasn't like that. In other cities and states, it wasn't like that either. That has changed. And I've said before, one of the worst things, other than abortion, that has happened to the blacks was the so-called civil rights. We all know there's no such thing as civil rights. There's no such thing. And they've been made to yell for that for years now, and it's not working because it doesn't exist. Those are made-up words, civil rights. There's no such thing as that at all, zero. Just as there's no such thing as racism. Racism is a made-up word, and it's been used for nothing but destruction. Destruction of the soul of black people, for those who believe that lie, and destruction of the soul of white people because they have believed into it too, and they have given up standing up for themselves. What a sad way to live, huh? Talk about a spiritual battle. And the so-called black leadership, generation after generation, they use that word every day to gain what they want, to get what they want. And all they want for their own ego's sake. They're not thinking about the blacks at all. It's for the power, so-called power, money, power, whatever. And the blacks keep falling for it, and they keep using it, that word racism. And these people who are using the word racism are evil. And those who believe it are evil. You have to be evil to believe a lie. Blind and can't see. Forgive them. They know not what they do. And there is literally zero love, except for the few. And there are some black men and women who have started to overcome the lie. But there is no love. And not all, but most blacks do not have love. Zero love. Look how they treat themselves as individuals, and look how they treat each other, and look how they treat their fellow man. And then they say that they're Christians. And God said to love one another as I love you. But there's no love. Mean and nasty and vicious and just like animals. I want to show you an example of how it was in the 1930s and show you what it's like now. Because a lot of black people, especially young blacks, they don't know that black people used to be independent. They worked for themselves, and they treated all people the way they would like to be treated. They treated every color in the way that they would like to be treated. That's gone now. So a lot of black people don't believe that things were better. They do not believe that America was great at one time. For all people, it was good because they've been so lied to by the so-called civil rights leaders and the education system and the parents now. It's a real mess. So even in a place like New York, black people were in control of their life. They acted like civilized human beings. This is from Grok. For those who didn't know that blacks were normal at one time, they were not blaming white people on their failure in life or success. Isn't that amazing? And they would have never voted for a black politician or a white one who tried to make them think that their life was being held back because of a white man or white people. They would not have accepted that or tolerated that. They would have said, you know what, that person that black person is evil. Stay away. But here's an example from Grok. This post that I'm about to show you, It shows that in 1930, a 1930 footage of Harlem showing bustling streets, well-dressed pedestrians, vendors, and police, portraying a vibrant community. Watch this from X. This is Harlem, New York. Look at how normal they are. Nobody fighting, no drug addict, no homeless people. Nobody dressed like slut makers or sluts themselves. Can you believe that? Look how they carry themselves. No gang members. Amazing, huh? Yes, black people, there were a time when black people were normal. I remember those days. And you could travel and go wherever you want and do what you want. And you didn't have a second thought. I left home at 18. My friends and other family members and people I know left home, the boys and the girls, at 18. Sometimes the girls stayed home because they wanted to be married. So I want you to remember that because you're being lied to. You're being used for personal gain. And the people who are using you don't care about you at all. Jasmine Cricket and all those people, they don't care about you at all, not one iota. It's about self. That's why they throw that word racism around like nothing because they know you're going to react to it and vote for them. And when you vote them in, they do nothing to make your life better. They don't want it to be better. Otherwise, they wouldn't deceive you. So that was back in the 1930s. That was 1930. Remember that? They were walking around dressed up and just being normal people. Here is today's footage of blacks around New York and Los Angeles. Watch this from X. What happened, huh?
Go. Yo, they violated, bro. Why they do that to him? Chill. Yo. No.
Amazing.
Chill.
What happened, huh? How did they go from that to this? What happened? So once again, from X, I want to show you what blacks were like. Because a lot of young black people don't know that blacks were civilized at one time. They think that blacks have always acted like animals and blame and fight and carry on like this. They don't even know. Nobody told them, and they haven't seen any pictures of it. And they are convinced that when you tell them blacks in America were just fine at one time, they don't believe it. They think you're making it up. And they call you Uncle Tom for telling the truth about it because they think it's made up. Their black leaders, including the black preachers and others, didn't tell them that one time black people were free and they acted like normal people. They weren't relying on affirmative action and reparations, and they were not looking to the white people to give them something free and allow them to just get into their schools and their jobs without knowing what they were doing. So I want to show you these two back to back. And that way, somebody's going to remember. And when the lie comes that black people are always that way, they're not going to believe it. So this is from the 1930s out of Harlem, New York. Blacks acted like this. Look, there's a police standing there. Look at a lady walking by herself with a purse hanging down by her leg. Nobody's going to take it. They all dressed nice and they're not going anywhere. Amazing. That was then. Isn't that amazing? Selling stuff on the side of the street like the Mexicans. That was the 1930s. This is now. Like animals.
Go. It's not possible. Yo, they violated, bro. Why they do that to him? Chill. Yo. Nah. Chill.
Amazing. What do you think about that, Hake?
That's crazy. That's too much mess for my taste.
It's amazing that human nature can go from that to this. Degrade into hell. Descend into hell.
Yeah.
Isn't that like mind-blowing?
And it's so funny because I was listening to American Anchor Baby yesterday.
Yeah.
And this guy was talking about those white supremacists been talking about all this diversity stuff and warning against the white genocide. And it's been a nothing burger. He's acting like everything is fine. He's like that dog in hell in that cartoon saying, this is fine.
Amazing.
Blind.
It's sad, too, when you think about it.
Yeah.
That's crazy how they've gone from the 1930s to this. You would think they would have gotten better, especially since they're supposed to be civil rights. That's amazing.
But that's what made it worse or helped.
That totally made it worse because they stopped relying on themselves and thought they were going to get something from the white man. They're going to get civil rights. And they were already free and didn't know it, at least physically. What a mess. Let me go to Brian out of New Orleans. Brian, you are on the air.
Yes, how you doing?
All is well. Turn down your radio.
Okay, I will do that. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Now, you say that we got the greatest president ever on the face of this earth.
And you
So
better
that
be
is your
grateful.
leader, right?
You better be grateful for him.
That is your leader, right?
No.
That is not your leader?
No, he's my president. He worked for me.
He what?
He works for me. He's my employee.
He works for you?
Yeah.
Why you need somebody to work for you?
Because you can't run a business by yourself. You need employees.
Why you can't do it by yourself? You telling other people it's best to be independent and do things for yourself.
Right.
Think for yourself and do things by yourself.
You don't know that we need a president to run the country for us?
We don't need our leaders back in the day. So what's the difference?
Do you need a leader?
Do you need a leader?
Do you need a leader, Brian?
I'm asking you. Do you need a leader?
Do you need a leader?
I need help along the way.
Do you need a leader, Brian?
Two heads is always better than one, Jesse. You know that.
Brian, do you need a leader?
Do you need a leader?
I'm going to ask you one more time. If not, I'm going to hang up. Do you need a leader?
You always want to hang up on me.
Because you don't communicate.
No, I don't need a leader.
So then why do you believe Jasmine Cricket?
So do you believe in Donald Trump?
Brian, do you believe Jasmine Cricket?
Do you believe Donald Trump?
Bye, you waste my time. I got to go. I have an amazing surprise for you. Then I get back to your calls and your super chat. He is here in studio. Hassan is here. Amazing.
Wow.
He waiting on the Lord. Waiting on the Lord. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, sir.
And that song is finally ready.
It's finally ready.
How you feel about it? Before we going to play your excerpt to his brand new song, He and Ye.
Yeah, yay.
Is it yay or ye?
Yeah, yay.
He's like, it's yay, Jesse. That's what Ye told me.
Yeah.
I would call it yay, ye. He's like, it's yay. It's yay. But how you feel about the song and how did it come about?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say, like, it's so underwhelming. You kept telling people it's a special guest. It's such an underwhelming experience that I'm here. But
you got your own song out there now.
No, that's true. Yeah, the chat loves me. People love me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's kind of a surreal moment, just because like it's really been like, yeah, it's been like a lifetime of like to get to this point in a way. So, but it's funny. It's like learning all the things that I've learned through you throughout this journey.
Right.
It makes you realize like you climbing a mountain and you realize that you found more things along the way
Absolutely.
to climb the mountain than when you even get to the top of the mountain or whatever. Like even if it's just a analogy. So yeah, but it is nice to like be dedicated to something and like work hard and like yeah, and let God's will be done, you know? So
you still doing the silent prayer? You stand with that and all that?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's funny because like actually in the song, I was telling you this, I didn't even realize, but like my verse, I'm actually like talking about kind of the silent prayer a
I
little
saw
bit.
that when I heard it.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder if he's talking about the silent prayer.
Yeah, and I didn't even consciously like think about it
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just super grateful like for all the teachings from you over the years and like and obviously to have brought Ye to the church was like out of all the things that happened last year that were like pretty cool, that was definitely like my personal highlight was just to be able to introduce him to somebody who helped me so much.
Right.
Because I remember telling him at his house, I was like, you know, what do you give a man that has everything? You know, because I was like trying to repay him for like taking me to Spain and like all this stuff. And I was like, what do I give a man who has everything? And then I was like, all I could do is take you to the person who brought me a little bit of peace.
Right on.
Yeah.
Amazing. And before I play this excerpt here, I don't know a lot about Kanye.
Yeah.
I do know about him now more, especially as I talked to him and all that. But this is the first. Is this the first time he made a song with someone else?
No, not the first time, but
okay.
it is a very rare thing.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't.
Amazing.
It doesn't happen much.
So can we play? So this is a brand new song.
Yeah.
And it's out now.
Yes, sir.
It come out today.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we had presented this song on the first date, and it's out there.
Yes.
Wow.
And just to give context, is like over the last 12 months, I worked a lot on his album.
Right.
And I was like going around the world with him and working on his stuff, and I kind of just was like, "Hey, man, I'm working on my album. Would you do a song with me?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So it was kind of like a swap thing, or just like,
right
you help with my thing, I'll help you. So yeah, that's a little context, and yeah, it's called "God's in Control."
Amazing. So here is the debut of God is in Control. Watch this.
God's in control. God's in control. God's in control. Now God's in control. God only knows. God only knows. God only knows. God only knows.
Walked out on an endless road. Will you save my soul? I really wanna know you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. Wanna wake up with you on my mind when I lay my head at night. Feel your presence come alive. Be still and know that you the light. Wanna wake up with you on my mind when I lay my head at night. Feel your presence come alive. Be still and know that you the light. Wanna wake up with you on my
God's in control. God's in control. God's in control. Now God's in control. God only knows. God only knows. God only knows. God only knows.
Always. Always. Always.
My love.
Always. Always. Always.
My love.
Always. 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 Always.
My love.
Amazing. Congratulations, man.
And thank you.
That is amazing. I've shown you this before. I remember the song you made where you're standing on the mountain or something.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
you look like Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Remember that? What's that song?
Yeah, that's Sex Dealers.
Yeah. I've always told you your music has like it's something real about it. You kind of feel it, you know, in your bone. And this does the same thing.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much.
And I think I know because you're coming from the right place. And you can feel when a person is coming from the right place, it has a different effect on the human being that's listening. This is amazing.
Wow. Thank you so much.
It really is.
No, I appreciate it.
And your
Thank you.
music is like that anyway, though. Even when you were saying about the sex dealers. Well,
That's right.
congratulations, man.
No, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
How can people get it and all that?
Yeah, so I just gave Hake the Spotify link, so he might be able to put it in the chat. But on Spotify, right now it's on Spotify. Just if you type in Hass, Hass, and then Yay, God's in Control, it will come up on Spotify. But the new album is just coming out under Hass.
Oh, okay.
So it won't be Hassan,
Right.
but it'll be just Hass, and then it should be up on Apple Music and everything by like tomorrow.
Amazing.
And, yeah, and YouTube. It's like on YouTube and stuff.
How are you? Is HASS?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. HASS. How are you feeling about it at this point, the song itself?
Yeah, I just feel like it's really cool that like I was able to just be of service to him, and like there was actually better songs that I gave to him, but you know, it's a good thing to be like of a servant, like a humble servant,
right.
and you know, and in a lot of ways he has been like my hero and stuff like that. So it was cool to just be like of service to him and be like whatever I could do to help you at the highest level. And I think if you do that with like genuine intentions, then it's like, okay, this is what happened. Like I didn't even want that, I didn't even expect that, but it was like, he was like, yeah, let's do it. So I feel like it's crazy because like until I actually am seeing it now, like on Spotify and stuff like that, like it is it's a little surreal. But yeah, it's also like going through the Jesse Peterson like training camp and like university. You still appreciate things, but you also just look at everything like, it's like the if poem. It's like it's like the
absolutely, man.
The triumphs and the downfalls, the compliments and the naysayers. It's like you look at it all like it's, imposters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. One other quick question. I know lately you've been traveling around with Yee.
Yeah.
Is it you or Yay?
Yay. Like just think about like a
yay!
celebration. Yay!
Oh, okay. I know you've been traveling around the world with him and, different places with him.
Yeah.
What is it like traveling to those different countries and kind of seeing the people there and kind of out of America and looking at another part of the world? What's that like for you?
Yeah, that like during the summer, I went to Spain with him and I went to China, and it was interesting. It was like cool to see, like he had a show and there was like 80,000 Chinese people, and it felt like they didn't even know English, but somehow they knew the lyrics to his songs. And it kind of showed you how music and melody and like what you were saying about if you really are coming from a good place and you're infusing things with love, that it can bring some level of like unity and like and harmony amongst people. And so that was cool. And then like being able to just, you know, like, because in China I was a little worried. I was like, man, you know, going to China is kind of crazy.
I know.
But I was like, you know, going with him would probably be like moving with the president or something like that. And it was like, it was very militant, like, you know, so it was fun. It was cool. And Spain was great. Spain was like, just like Malibu or something like that.
Oh.
I mean, I definitely didn't need to sit in a 20-hour flight. You know, we could have just went to Malibu. But but it was cool. And I appreciate the experiences, because it's like the experience is sometimes even worth more than the money.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
absolutely
being able to experience certain things, like seeing those cathedrals. I remember I was sending you pictures.
Yeah, you were. They were amazing.
Yeah, he rented out this like cathedral from like, I don't know, hundreds of years ago, but he had all the clothing, the fashion designers inside the cathedral, like working on the clothes. But it was like these amazing churches in Spain that are like vacant now. And he like rented them and was like we were doing music and stuff in it. But yeah, so the experience was definitely like priceless.
Amazing. What your mama say about all this?
You know,
it's
funny. It's funny. She'll still find a way to complain.
Yeah.
She'll still find the thing of like, you know. That made me realize, I was like, man, this women is something else. Like my girl and my mom was still. I'm like, yo, you. Like, how are you finding the bad? Like, can we just have a minute to breathe and be like...
You can't please the woman.
You can't do it.
That's why you should never try.
That's right.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
And so you're still working on your spiritual life. You stay with that and everything.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's an everyday thing. And it's like, you have to, because it's so tricky, you know?
It is.
Like,
always keep that first, man. No matter what happened.
Yes.
Or who you with. So you wrote, you helped produce his album too, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yep. I helped produce.
Ye album.
Yeah, Bully. Yeah.
What?
It's called Bully. It'll be coming out on the 30th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're busy.
Yeah, and I'm going to Mexico. He has a show on the 30th in Mexico too. I'm going with him to that.
Really?
So, yeah. So.
Si, senor.
Si, senor. Yeah. Hold your wallet.
I know.
There was one quick, if we could. Also with the album, you'll find this funny. Also with the album, there's a video game that we developed. And the video game actually, each level of the video game, a different song from the album plays. And the video game is actually Sandman fighting demons and collecting like crosses to get up to heaven.
Really?
So this is like a snippet of the video game, which will be...
you created this video game?
Yeah. And we're going to have pre-orders on my website, HassanThankGod.com. You could also go there to like support with any merch, or like you could also, support the album on there. Yeah. But the video game will be like a pre-order. But this is Sandman like going to heaven.
This your dog?
Yeah.
Sandman's a dog.
Yeah.
Folks.
But the more he
let the dogs out?
The more he collects the crosses on the journey, he like fights the demons and he gets closer to God.
Do we have a clip of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see that.
Always. My love.
Yeah.
Hassan's dog. So that's a people can get that?
Yeah, that's going to be up for pre-order on the website, HassanThankGod.com. It's like a pre-order of the video game, and the album, there's like special songs that aren't on the album that are like just in the video game.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your dog climbing the mountain to heaven. What do your dog think about you having all these movies and stuff? What do you say about that?
I always think about that, like when I'm bothering him.
Yeah.
I hear your voice, like, leave me alone, man. Like
your dog, like, what the? Even if somebody intruded in your home, you got him in video.
Yeah, he's out of control. He's dog's in control.
Oh, let the dogs out. Well, congratulations, man.
No,
really, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not surprised because I know you for a long time now. You've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah.
Doing your music and videos and all that kind of stuff. So tell the people how to get it again and your website and everything.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, the best way, HassanThankGod.com is the best way to kind of get everything and support directly. And then also just on Spotify, you can go to Haas, Yay, God's in Control, and it should pop up. And yeah, it's funny because like a lot of this album, I was working on even while working here.
Right. I remember.
So like this album is really like 4 years like process in the making. I've worked on the versions, but so it's a lot of it is infused. Like your voice is on the album. Like
nice.
I gotta get that cleared. But but there's a lot of stuff throughout the year. So
right on.
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, man.
Nah, thank you.
And I'm glad my voice is done. You got my permission.
Thank you, sir.
That's amazing. Amazing. Thank you.
Yes,
amazing.
sir.
And stay with your silent prayer, stay present. You haven't seen anything yet.
That's right.
It really gets better.
Yes, sir.
And your talent is just going to continue to shine like you never seen it before.
Thank you.
It'll get better.
Yes,
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Amazing.
Yes, sir.